This is Volume 2 in a special audio series entitled Pearls of Great Price. Crystal, hello, Crystal.
Hello, sir.
What can I do for you? Oh, I'm fine, thank you. What can I do for you?
I'm here at your foundation, and I called because it said human understanding, and I think
you've never heard of us before?
No, sir.
You just walked in the door?
Actually, I was looking in the phone book
You
for
were?
someone to talk to.
Oh, all right.
And it said the Foundation of Human Understanding. And
So you know you're on the radio then, do you?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
That's fine.
Well, fire away then. So you're brand new now. I understand where you are.
Yes. I'm 18 years old, and my parents are methamphetamine addicts, and...
Oh, dear.
And I'm tired of taking care of them and their problems. They have hepatitis, which is a liver disease, and they will die of it. And I'm just tired of taking care of them, trying to make them understand that this isn't the way to live. And
you sound like you're wiser than your parents.
Yes, I am. I know that.
You're a survivor. They're not survivors. See, the problem with your parents is, try to understand this, Crystal, and this may help you. And it'll help you more than anything can. I don't know what bad habits you have, but it doesn't sound like you have too many. It sounds like you're very responsible.
Yeah.
And you know that's a blessing. And can I just share some private thoughts with you before we go on?
Of course.
I've always told it seems like you're one of my family, because I can hear a crystal bell sound in your voice that sounds nice and clear, as though you're very wide awake, and unlike most people in the world, including your parents. Unfortunately, some people and many people end up like your parents because they don't want to face the conditioning and the pain inflicted upon them in childhood, meaning that when you're very small and before the time that you can be in control by your understanding consciousness, am I not going too fast for you, am I?
No, not at all.
In other words, when you understand something, you can do it. See, I understand something, I can do it.
Yes.
And I'm not doing it because I'm willing myself to do it. It just seems sensible to me. So therefore, because I love sensibility, I'm able to do what my sensibility instructs. I know that's my God talking to me. In not so many words, he gives me to understand. And I will always say to my sons and my daughter and my grandchildren, be thankful that you are conscious and that we can talk to each other's consciousness. And it's like God speaks through me to you, and the God in you hears me. You see?
Yes.
And the same way. So we're always contributing to each other and not programming each other. And, that sort of thing. The thing is a blessing to have the consciousness as clear as yours. And I want you to, from this consciousness, to understand that when your mother and father came into the world, they were badly treated, just like you're being badly treated.
Yes.
By their parents.
Yes.
And the trouble is they weren't as blessed as you are. You've never heard me before.
No.
I'm quite sure the good Lord, there's plenty of churches you can go to in Grants Pass, least of all the Foundation. You walked in the door, and you're speaking to a person who will understand you, and I think you already know already.
Yes,
you're going to be just fine.
Yes.
And the only thing you need to learn is, see, you have a beautiful sense of responsibility. I'm giving you all the positives. I rarely give people positives because I'm in the correcting business. I'm trying to show people where they go wrong, just like you're trying to show your parents where they go wrong, but they don't want to see it.
That's right.
And they frustrate you.
Yes, very much so.
And they frustrate you and they upset you. And because you have this natural sense of responsibility, it becomes perverted.
Yes.
It becomes tainted in the service into a form of slavery to their sickness.
Very much so.
Isn't that true?
Oh, yes, very much so. You're nailing the head right on there.
Yeah, so your problem isn't really yours, but it's theirs becoming yours if you're not careful.
Yes, yes.
See? So I want you to now, do you have a job? Or are you okay?
Yes, I just got rid of my job because I worked for a gentleman who gave me a car in exchange for work. So I just finished that a few days.
Well, maybe you can work for me. Because I like where you're coming from. Can you type?
Yes, I can.
Can you work with a computer?
Yes, I can.
Well, why don't you hang there in there later on, and I'll come in and see you.
That would be fine. But I think I'm trying to leave the situation that I'm living.
Okay, now let's go on. I just like, you're like a little sister.
Thank you.
I hear you. See, you're one of my kind. The thing is, you've been to school and you know about genetics and all that.
Oh yes.
You know what a throwback is, don't you? In breeding.
Yes.
You have a black chicken and a white chicken, and then pretty soon you have a black and white chickens then every now and then you get a throwback to a white one or a black one, right?
Yes.
All right. Well, every now and then, the human breeders breed a person like you, and you don't fit.
No, I do not. I don't fit.
You don't belong in this world.
No, I don't.
Because most people are like your parents.
Yes, they
in one form or another, living in the forms of denial. There's so many different forms of it. There's eating denial. There's crack denial.
Yep.
There's music denial. You know that. They're all people, and sometimes they have a smorgasbord of everything, so they look normal.
Yes.
They're not fixated to any one thing. So let me get back to your problem now, how we deal with your parents. I respect the fact that they are your parents, and you do have some response, honor your mother and father sort of thing. There's a right way and wrong way to do this. Now, let me tell you what the right way is. You see that something's wrong with the way you're enslaved to them, correct?
Yes.
And as you enslave to them, they sort of reel you in, and they sort of suck up your life force. And instead of you helping them to get better, they're helping themselves to you.
Very much so.
And they're making you ill.
Exactly.
Okay, well, that's not going to happen anymore because you have options. But as long as you resent them, and I know you do, you're starting to resent them, but the resentment has a strange effect upon you. Resentment is a hypnotic emotion. I used to be a professional hypnotist. I don't know if you do. You obviously don't know that.
No.
And I discovered that the people that came to see me, I'm talking about 55 years ago, okay?
Of course.
So the people who came to see me had these compulsions, like your parents and the people that used to come and see me want to get rid of those compulsions to overeat, to
Yes.
drugs and things like that.
Of course.
And I found that the reason why they couldn't, the reason why they lived in servitude to a parent like you did, some of them lived in servitude for years and years until their old age and never got married or anything. It was awful because something like this, once it gets a hold of you, it will never let you go, and they won't let you go.
That's
see?
right.
So the reason is because of a hypnotic state. It's called being born in sin. Are you a Christian young lady?
Yes, I am, sir.
Okay, you know what being born in sin? Born in sin means simply, to put it in more psychological terms, to be born into your culture and to be seized by the conditioning of your culture so that you be a cannibal if you're born in Borneo.
Yes, that's right.
You'll be a suicide bomber if you're born in the West Bank.
That's
okay?
right.
And you might think you're all right, but if you didn't think you were all right, then you saw something wrong with it. If you're born in Borneo, they'd eat you so nobody ever survives to make everybody aware there's something wrong with cannibalism. You see what I mean?
Yes.
So the bright ones, they always eat and kill. That's why the innocent always suffer. And you're an innocent person. Basically, not completely innocent, but more innocent than they are.
Yes, I am.
And usually the innocent get slaughtered by the guilty or live in servitude, enslavement to the guilty. There's people who don't want you to be free. And there's something in your parents that doesn't want you to be free. They're jealous of your awareness.
Yes.
If people like you and me survive, you can see the Palestinian and you can see the Al-Qaeda, you can see the Muslim jihad against the world, because the world is controlled by dictators who keep people enslaved. So you have a sort of a mini enslavement, don't you?
Yes, I do.
See, it's not a political thing, it's just a mini one, but there's millions of people like you, enslaved, trying to get free, becoming the very thing they hated because they don't know how not to hate.
And that's what I'm not going to do.
I know that. See, and so I believe you're guided here because nobody was going to tell you this. No way. Wherever you go, they're not going to tell you anything quite the way I'm saying it to you.
No, they're not.
I know that. And so I'm going to say this to you. I'm going to show you, and you're going to be very easy to help. I'm going to give you a CD and a cassette. As a matter of fact, you may not even need it, but I'm going to give you a CD anyway and a little book. And it's not a learning thing, it's an unlearning thing. I want you to unlearn your conditioning.
Okay.
And the only way you can do that is recognize how your weakness is being used against you. Your weakness, if you had a good father and mother, they would have taught you this. And it would have taken them a long time to teach you because we all have little egos when we come into the world.
Oh, yes.
And the egos are sensitive to the pressures of life because we haven't completed our relationship with God yet. We do that through the examples of good parents. But your parents, instead of being good, they actually teach you to become like them and to serve them.
Yes.
Make you feel guilty. So you're serving them instead of your Creator.
That's right.
And you think you're serving your Creator because you're responsible, but your responsibility is tainted.
Yes.
See that now? This is how you do it. And I'm going to get back to this resentment thing being a hypnotic emotion. It is your own weakness. A lot of people think resentment is their strength. It's your own weakness, which needs to be shed. It needs to be conquered. It is the precursor to all the emotions. In other words, every beautiful emotion that God gave you to serve His will. If you resent anyone, if you're intimidated by anyone, including your parents, which spreads to look-alike people and smell alike people all through your life, all authority, transfers the control that God, the control factor, the controlling entity, which is your Holy Spirit. Follow that?
Yes, I do.
Your response to the controlling entity in your life, which is your conscience, it transfers the power of that to the enemy, to the adversary, in this case, your parents. And therefore, your loyalty is loyal, but there's something puzzling about it and very confusing. It's hard to figure it out because you want to love your parents, but however, you're enslaved to them, and that's not the same as loving them. There's no free will there, is there?
No.
Follow that? Now, if you drop the resentment towards your parents, a magical thing will happen. The next time they intimidate you, the next time they frustrate you, get worse while you're trying to help them to get better, they purposely frustrate you. There's something in them that doesn't. It isn't them because there is no them. Your parents don't exist anymore.
No, they do not.
There's nobody home.
Something else controls them.
Something else controls them and wants you also.
That's right.
Correct?
Yes, it does, and I don't want it to have me.
So therefore, it wants you to resent your parents. And if you resent your parents as if you remember, parents are people made in the image of God. This is the trick, so that you understand. I know you understand every word I'm saying. That's why I'm saying it to you. You know that man and woman is made in the image of God. When I say man, it's man and woman, right?
Yes, of course.
It's man out of woman.
Yes.
And so we are made, and therefore the trick is to get you to hate your parents, your father especially, because every man should represent become a heavenly bureaucrat of the Heavenly Father, to show that good side, to inspire the beauty in the child, to love what he loves within him. Follow that?
Yes, I do.
And therefore, when you love the Father you can see, in a roundabout way, you're embracing the Father you cannot see.
That's
and
right.
In a roundabout way, if you love what I'm saying, you're also embracing the Father within you too, don't you see? It's welcome news to you when somebody explains this to you.
Yes, very much so.
See that? So it wants you to hate your father, because by hating your father, you can see, you're actually becoming separate from your father you cannot see, and it's getting inside you. It worms it establishes itself inside, and therefore it starts to displace the real you, like they were displaced. Got it? Follow that?
Yes, I do.
So therefore, now with your understanding, you can look at this in them and say, "Forgive them, Father, for they know not what they do."
That's right, very much so.
There is no them.
Nope.
It is the dark side has taken them over.
Very much so.
And the dark side, whatever's left of them, doesn't want them to see anything. See what a deformed creatures they've become.
Yes.
They'd rather see you deformed.
Oh, yes, very much.
They'd rather see you dead than admit they're wrong.
That's right.
That's the way of the world.
Exactly right.
The political parties do it to each other, don't they?
Yes.
They accuse others of what they're guilty of.
Yes.
And they do a marvelous job of it, don't they?
Oh, yes, they do.
Well, now, so you see that once you learn to drop the resentment, that's all I'm asking you to do.
Yes.
In the religious sense, it says, forgive them, Father, for they know not what. And once you understand that, your resentment disappears. And if you wish to stay around and help them a little bit, you don't want to give your whole life to that.
No.
So you can either walk out of the house and come and visit them and say, hello, Mom and Dad, how are you doing? But they start to scowl at you and try to irritate you into servitude again.
Yes.
You have a little twinkle in your eye, as if to say, I know what you're doing, but don't say anything. They won't know how to defeat this. See, they're going to feel their own wickedness coming back on them.
Oh, yes.
It's like giving you a hot potato and you don't take it, they burn.
Yeah.
That's how you can help them. Don't try to help them. Don't let them hurt you. See, that's the secret. They're trying to hurt you. They'll burn their energies out. They'll get more and more frustrated. And one of two things will happen. You'll penetrate them because you're impervious to what they do. See, the minute they penetrate you, they take your life away.
Yes.
You see that? But if they cannot penetrate you, they're not dealing with you. They're dealing with your Heavenly Father.
That's right.
See, that's what makes you impervious, your love of right. And the first rule is to forgive. And resentment is unforgiveness. It's the handmaiden of, just as I said, discernment is your consciousness, the clear way of seeing. That's God-given. The minute you add resentment to it, it becomes a judgment. And then there enters something called ego inside you, and then you've got conflict. You puff up like a cobra, like God, like they did when they resented their parents.
Yes.
See that?
Yes, I do.
See, now that cobra will die. And it's dying right now as you're listening to me.
Yes, it is.
It doesn't want you to hear me. It may be a little painful, but there's also joy attending that. So I tell you what, I hope that's been helpful.
Oh, very much so. It was very different to hear it from someone I didn't know to tell me that I am good and I can make it in life and I don't have to become what they are.
No, you're not going to. But they're never going to stop trying, don't you see?
I do. I understand.
But it isn't them, so don't hate them.
No.
They are lost.
Yes, it's not. No, they have no control of their body anymore.
Yeah, and you won't. And one day you're going to look at them, and they'll be you if you keep resenting them.
Yes.
And that's what's happening exponentially to our whole country. There's a certain group of people in this country that want you to be this way. They want to give you pleasure. They want to help you escape from the pain of hating and being hated and lusting and being lusted after. They call it loving and being loved. They call it a love-hate relationship.
Yes.
The more you resent somebody, the more you hate somebody, the more the strange love rises towards them, strange obligation to make up for your guilt of hating them.
That's right.
See that?
Yes.
And they know it. There's something in them that knows all this, but you won't find this in books.
Nope.
And you won't find it on the Sunday morning sermon either.
No.
See? So you see how you're guided into my office?
I do.
Because nobody comes into my office. In all the years I've been there, you're the only one.
Really?
Yeah, only one.
Oh my goodness.
Well, you got lots of it. So.
Thank you for talking to me
And the ladies will give you the materials. The ladies will give you the materials you need. Just use the CD or cassette, whatever, and learn how to sit quietly and get above thought, which you're pretty much there already.
Be still like you will know him.
That's right. And that's all I'm going to teach you, nothing more. And I'm done with you.
Thank you.
I don't have a big following, you see.
No.
You see why people don't like me, too?
I like you.
But you can see why people like your mother and father don't like me.
Yes. Oh, yes, very much so. They don't want to.
You see why the authorities don't like me.
Yes.
Because they like to be authorities.
Yes.
See that?
Yes, I do. I understand.
Okay. So I say to hell with them. I know what I'm doing.
I think you do too.
I know the game they're playing. And it doesn't work on me either.
I'm glad to have a human in the world I know that is like me and thinks.
There aren't many other.
No, there aren't. Mm-hmm. I've never met a person like you ever who just knew exactly what I was talking about. I've never met anyone like this.
Well, you've met yourself. It takes one to know one, doesn't it? Okay. You know what Jesus said about that? He says, the sheep know my voice, the sheep know me, and I know them. See, there it is.
Yes.
So other people listening to this program, you know that as I'm talking to you, there are people scowling at me right now.
Oh, yes.
They're scowling. They're thinking this is psychobabble.
Mm-hmm. Very much so.
See that?
And they think that it's not real, and that there are people in the world who really need to be heard, and they really need help.
But I tell you what, I hope I'll see you at the office one day. I do come in a couple hours every day as a rule. All right? So I can let you go because I spend a lot of time with you, and it was nice to be able to. There's other people listening just like you. Not too many, I'm sorry to say. Thank you very much, Crystal.